1944. Chicago, Illinois. My beloved legions of victory, for such I have called you, and such you are. I come again this afternoon to lift you, I trust, one step nearer to the mighty victory, the great eternal victory of both your ascension and the ascension of your nation, out of the claws of all that is of the shadows. As we call forth the great cosmic flame of cosmic victory this afternoon, to enable you to feel the mastery which is contained within it, I ask you again to remember that without forgiveness, you cannot have victory. Without love you cannot have victory, and if there is anything of the shadows, then it is not victory. As the beloved Goddess of Light said to you this morning, in this great cosmic action which has recently been released for greater protection and blessing to the I Am student body, unless you of your own volition face the cosmic sun of victory and go into its heart, then the shadows are in the world about you. Only when you enter into the heart of the flame of any special quality, do you lose consciousness of. 386. The shadows, the distress, and problems of the outer world. Therefore, if you are to be the open door through which the light of victory must come to America, then there must be no more shadows in you or your worlds. You can just as well have your daily acknowledgement of our cosmic flame of cosmic victory in everything you contact, as to acknowledge the outer world's conditions with which you have associated so long, and which have enmeshed you more and more in their distress. You cannot converse about the shadows and have any light in your world. While you are speaking of the shadows will enfold you. Now don't mistake this any longer. You cannot discuss discordant conditions in continued conversation, and not be engulfed by the shadows during that time. When you discuss me or the light or freedom, or any quality that is constructive, you are engulfed in the light, are you not? Well, since you are my legions of victory, or at least part of them, I expect your acknowledgement of the light where the shadows seem to be, because you have no way, there is no way in this universe of getting rid of any of the shadows of human distress, except to put light in their place. Can you take the darkness out of this room by any means whatsoever, except to bring the light within it? Then, unless you bring the light within the shadows of your problems, how can your problems ever be solved or dissolved? Every thought, every feeling, every spoken word that is not constructive is a shadow, therefore, not my victory, not America's victory, not Saint Germain's victory. In order for light to release, light must be accepted, light must be acknowledged, light must be called into action. Light must be loved, and light must be spoken into the atmosphere of Earth, if light is to produce a manifestation. You cannot produce a manifestation of light by discussion of the darkness. It never was done, never will be done. The world needs every particle of light that you can call forth this hour. Even the shadows of human distress must be consumed by light so intense that they cannot live longer. Now then, in addition to this mighty activity that the Goddess of Light gave this morning to the Minutemen, I shall touch lightly upon it again, because it has much to do with your acknowledging and holding the victory of light in your own worlds. In answer to your calls for dispensations and more light, more help, and more power from the great central sun for the freeing of your nation and the world, there has recently been released the cosmic action of a sphere of white fire, or a sun of white fire if you please, with the two golden wings, which this messenger saw about a week ago. This has been released and is coming to the earth in greater power, in order to surround each of you with an activity of the white fire and the blue lightning of divine love from the great central sun, which was about each one of you in the beginning of your individualization. In the two first golden ages, every individual walked within that blazing sphere of pure white fire from the great central sun, the outer edge of which was the blue lightning of divine love. That was a natural, protecting, enfolding power and focus of the fire element. That was maintained for the two first golden ages. Then, as mankind's attention became more and more enmeshed in the things they were doing, they did not go back in the love and devotion of their hearts to the mighty central sun from whence they came, often enough to hold its guard about them. More and more that light receded until they were forced, as it were, to move in the vibratory action of the outer world of their own imaginings, and hence their own creation of discord. Because of the tremendous electronic force and power of light which has been drawn forth by the I Am student body through your I Am decrees, and your calls for mercy and assistance to your nation and mankind. This outpouring is again offered to enfold the I Am students who will give it recognition and acceptance. Whenever you think of the light, walk, as it were, into the heart center of this sphere of blazing white fire, the outer radiance of blue lightning of divine love, and enfolded in your higher mental body, feel its dazzling presence about you. Speak your decrees from within that powerhouse of creation, for this is a focus around you when your attention is held upon your higher mental body. Then you will feel its mighty love and protecting care. Then your devotion to the light goes forth in a call for the assistance of the cosmic light to come to the earth. This enfolding sphere of white fire and the blue lightning of divine love is the amplification and enfolding presence from the great central sun around your own individual life streams, calling for more assistance to the earth. If you will remember to enter into this sphere of white fire before you give your decrees, you will find that the decrees sent forth from within its heart will go to their destination clothed in the white fire, and the cosmic blue lightning of divine love from the great central sun, and be sustained in cosmic action to their completion of the perfection for which you call. To enter into this powerhouse of life consciously and of your own free will, abiding within it and sending forth your decrees from within your conscious awareness of that light, and the white fire element in that great cosmic blue lightning of divine love from the great central sun, enables you to feel more readily the pressure and the cosmic power of light. Then will you more readily understand and feel what your words, TAM, the only presence acting, mean in bringing forth the power to produce manifestation which overcomes human distress. When you say, I am, I am, I am. By all of God's love I know I am. The only presence acting, feel your higher mental body enfolding you instantly. Feel that sphere of white fire enfolding you, the outer radiance of blue lightning of divine love, and then know, I am, the victory of that light. This will enable us to pour forth on your decrees a cosmic action of that white fire and blue lightning, which will enable them to be fulfilled with very much greater speed and force of action. Now I wish, if you care to accept the idea, that you would charge your hands, your feet, the radiation of your bodies with the power of the blue lightning of purity and divine love from the great central sun. Use those exact words, to command and to compel everything you touch to become instantly self-luminous, and as pure as the heart of the goddess of purity. Then follow with whatever other ascended master qualities you desire, and my cosmic flame of cosmic victory, so that you give recognition to the fact that our light passing through your body is of such cosmic power and magnitude that it changes everything you contact into the perfection of that which is self-luminous, in other words, that which radiates light. This will have a tremendous power of blessing, and you will find it much easier to keep the things in your world in perfect divine order, as you realize that within your life and the flame of God's love from your heart, you have the power to bless everything you touch. Into the luminosity or purity of life's perfection, into the luminosity and victory of my heart's flame. You may charge what you will, my beloved ones, into that energy as it goes forth from your hands. You may produce what you will, when you feel deeply that the light from above goes through you, and the light is the action of all perfection, or rather, is the manifestation of all perfection, and you as the flame, are the intelligence which sends it forth. Oh, my dear ones, you have so long felt that you had the power in your hands to do these outer things. Sometimes, when you chose to use the energy of your life stream to mechanically do something, for instance take the lid off of something, you twist it, you make that substance do your will. You have used your own life energy, which is the light from your higher mental body, to do these physical things. In the name of God, won't you feel that you have the same power through the same life, to command things to become pure and self-luminous, perfect, and victorious in the fulfillment of the divine plan? What other way would there be of doing it? Can you do anything, or has anybody anything else to use but life? Can you do anything through your physical body with anything your own life, your own energy? Can you do anything through your physical body with somebody else's energy? Certainly not. It is the flame in your heart which is the director of that energy, not the energy in someone else's radiation. You are the directing intelligence of whatever energy you use, whether it be within your own physical forms, the radiation in the atmosphere about you, or in mechanical apparatus through which energy flows. You have plenty of feeling, my dear ones, to compel substance to do your will when you are handling something mechanical. If some parts of your automobile don't work, you compel them to come apart, and when you want to make them break loose, you turn on plenty of energy. You use your intelligence to produce whatever leverage you need, to compel that substance to do your will. How much do you will things to become as pure as the heart of the goddess of purity? Do you know what would be in your world if you exerted the same amount of physical strength and energy upon the substance of your clothing, as the things that you do in the mechanical operation of something you want to make do what you desire? If you turned on that same amount of feeling and physical force to call forth purity and perfection into that substance to make itself luminous, it would shine like the sun at noonday. If you will turn on the same amount of steam, so to speak, in the power to purify and illumine things, that you have to compel by physical force something inanimate to do or go where you want it to, by the power of God, you could illumine the earth in no time. If all mankind would use their energy that way. When you see the energy through people's physical bodies in a ball game make that ball go where they want it to, in the name of God, what would you have if you turned on that much pressure and energy into purifying something you want to become self-luminous? I, like others, say to you again, mankind do not yet know what they do with energy. And I have come this afternoon to charge your feeling world with a relentless determination to command everything you touch to become my cosmic victory of the light, with the same force, pressure, and concentration of action that you do in the mechanics of your automobiles. For instance, you know when you weed your garden, if a weed has a long root and is very stubborn, you tug and you tug and you tug, and you never think of quitting, until you get the thing out of there? Did you ever tug that much on your own bad habits? I don't think so, although you have done very well. I am not criticizing or condemning your bad habits, that is your affair, and I am ready to help you cut and pull them out, but you don't know how much determination you have. Since I am victory, I am all determination, and my determination is light. It is self-luminosity. Oh, my dear ones, I hope you feel the pressure this afternoon of my cosmic determination to set you free. To keep you sealed in this great blazing sphere of white fire and the blue lightning of divine love, until you move forward into all of the victory of my heart, which I want you to have. I am your victory. Remember I said that long ago. I said you were my friends of the light. I am your victory. If you continue to acknowledge, I am the luminosity of this for which I call, you would have it. Oh, my dear ones, you don't know what goes forth from you in one fierce, sudden decision and flare of feeling, in the determination to have a thing your own way. Oh, in heaven's name, if you only could have my way of victory with that same determination, all the nations of the world could not stop you. Now victory, remember, is light. If you are going to be my family of victory, my legions of victory, pardon me, you are Saint Germain's family, but you are my legions. But if you are going to have victory, you must have light. So just make up your minds what fierce determination it requires in the midst of the shadows to compel the light forth. Now remember, you as the authority and directing intelligence of the unfed flame within your hearts, are always authority over all that is of the darkness. The darkness is not God authority. Please remember that. Only the light is the God authority of this universe. Selfishness is not light. Therefore, it is not authority. Therefore, it is not victory. The light is authority, and by your conscious command and directing intelligence, you can draw light into darkness. You can command that light to expand without any limit whatsoever, and wherever it expands, the darkness ceases to be. You can make it brighter and brighter, as bright as you like. There is no end to the brightness of light, and no limit to the intensity of that light you wish to call forth. Then there is no limit to my victory, is there? I told you I had come to bring you victory. I told you that you could not have victory without forgiveness, because forgiveness is a light through your feelings which makes the shadows let go. The cosmic love of my victory is a flash of light through your feelings that compels the shadows to flee. Your acknowledgement of my cosmic flame of cosmic victory is my flame flashing through you and expanding into the atmosphere about you until there are no more shadows, until all substance is self-luminous. Now this is why I ask you to take the consciousness of commanding everything you contact to become self-luminous, as pure as the heart of the goddess of purity, and my cosmic flame of cosmic victory. If you are going to have divine order in your world, if you are going to have cleanliness, if you are going to have perfection, if you are going to have protection, if you are going to have the fulfillment of the divine plan, then this light of my victory must abide where the shadows now seem to be. My cosmic flame of cosmic victory must take the place of every shadow on the planet, and one day it shall. The words you have been using in your recent, I am, decrees, the Ascended Master's immediate and victorious end of this war, say in other words, the Ascended Master's immediate and blazing victory in the place of the war, but it cannot come without your acknowledgement. Mankind in their hearts want the freedom and the victory for which we stand, but if they won't use the authority of their own life streams, use the great creative word, I am, and acknowledge the light they want and the victory that they want and the freedom that they want, how can they have it, when they go on acknowledging the opposite? Now then, the thing that holds mankind in the clutches of destructive forces is the fear imposed upon them by selfishness, and their own doubt of the light of their own life. While to a large degree that has been imposed on them too, yet every heart knows that the life of the individual comes from somewhere into the physical body, and goes somewhere when it leaves the physical body. Therefore, as you give acknowledgement, many times a day, to my cosmic flame of cosmic victory flashing through your body, my cosmic power that makes things self-luminous, and as the directing intelligence in the flame in your own heart calls mine into action with yours, to command all things to become self-luminous with my victory, so shall it be established unto you. I can offer you no more. If you give the command, I will do my part, and your mighty I am presence and higher mental body will do their part, but the desire to do that and the remembrance of doing it often, must come from within you, of your own free will. Your memory has been trained to remember the shadows, when it knows very well it is not comfortable in anything except the light. But I say to you, your memory has the capacity to remember all the light it wants to, when you hold authority over that memory and command it to remember to do these things which set you free. Most of the time you have had the feeling that you were subject to the action of your memory, when just the reverse is the truth. You can run your memory or let your memory run you, whichever you want. But when you say, I don't remember, well then, you surely don't. But if you say, my memory does retain this thing, or, I command my feeling and mind to forget this thing, oh, my dear ones, you will be free. It is part of my victory to you, to remind you to your intellect to stop remembering anything that is of the shadows. Now many of you have struggled under the habit of letting old things come forward to hold your attention again, things that were mistakes in the past, and yet which come forward and remind you of themselves. That is just a subtle activity of suggestion, to try and ruin today's energy with something that took place years or months ago. When anything comes to your mind that did not produce perfection in the past, take your stand right then and say, no you don't. My mighty I am presence is my eternal divine memory and knows you not. I am the cosmic electrifying presence of the blue lightning which annihilates you in my memory. I replace you by victory's cosmic flame of cosmic victory. Never again do you touch any part of life. Go into the violet flame. Blaze, thou blue lightning of divine love. Dissolve and consume every record of that same quality in the consciousness of the whole world, and of all mankind. You will in a very short time, my dear ones, feel yourselves released from many things under which you struggle this hour, but you cannot keep on acknowledging in spoken word and accepting in the feeling, the shadows of conditions which do not produce perfection, and then expect manifestations of the miracles of light. Now let us leave that subject. I have given you the explanation of the law, and you know what to do. Now let us move forward in the acknowledgement of miracles so-called, but in reality only the manifestation of the perfection of life, in its cosmic action of this physical world. Will you try for the coming week to give acknowledgement in everything you do, to my cosmic flame of cosmic victory and miracles of perfection as the only thing you accept? I might call again next Sunday. Thank you so much. I ask that you remember to qualify everything you touch with the great cosmic miracles of the victory of peace throughout the world, and the illumination of the minds of mankind through that victory, so never again can a shadow register upon you or your worlds. Then we shall move forward to the victory which has to come throughout the world. Thank you, beloved ones. Won't you be seated? ACKNOWLEDGE 2 things, the victory of illumination and the miracles of perfection, to put an end to the shadows throughout the world forever. Oh, my dear ones, if every spot on this planet could have even physical electric lights brought into every locality, and then blaze brighter, brighter, and brighter until physical electricity were in every darkened corner of this planet, mankind's discord could not survive. Even in the presence of that physical light, would it have to cease and give way to the authority of that which naturally raises all life, and KNOWS the shadows have no right to exist. Now do you understand that nothing has a right to exist on this planet but the light? All else is energy or the radiation from the flame which has been covered over with the discord. I have many reasons back of why I am making this request today. There is great service you may render to the beings of the elements, when you get the feeling within you of the master power of the light within your own life stream, the victory of my flame of victory, and the power of light which you have to project into a condition and command its substance to become self-luminous, and as pure as the heart of the goddess of purity. Remember, victory is purity. Then you become the purifying presence to all the beings of nature. When you draw forth this power of light to this intensity, you become the freeing presence to the forces of the elements which have so long served you and have taken such frightful impurity upon themselves. Now is your opportunity to reverse that and release them, and to put light where shadows seem to be, to put the miracles of perfection where struggle appears, and to make those blessed beings of the elements your mighty friends of the light to bring you anything and everything you require to fulfill the divine plan, and produce the manifestations here to illuminate the earth once again, and make it a thing of beauty and joy forever, because the song of the light is the anthem of creation. My dear people, you have all power to make things self-luminous. Hear me today. Use my cosmic flame of cosmic victory and you shall see the manifestation of the fulfillment of my words. Command all things to become pure, self-luminous, into divine order, and everything become a manifestation of beauty and perfection, and the heavens are yours. Begin with these bodies first. It is part of your duty to purify these bodies to the place where they are self-luminous. Much of what you struggle under does not belong to you. There is a great deal of substance in your bodies which does not belong to your life streams at all, and that is where I stand ready, as do the Divine Director, your beloved Saint Germain, and blessed Godfrey, to help take away from you, all substance that does not belong to your life streams. It is necessary, so necessary, that you be given this use of the great cosmic sphere, that great individualized sphere of the white fire and blue lightning of divine love from the great central sun. Focused around yourselves. Feel yourselves moving within it, issue your decrees through it, and sing your music through it. Do everything through your sphere of white fire and blue lightning of divine love from the central sun. Then you hold a protection around the physical body, and you become a focus of power and action of the fire element, right here in the physical octave, which begins the illumination of the substance, as I have described to you. You have to be fully conscious and feel within yourselves that you move in this sphere of white fire and blue lightning of divine love, before the higher mental body will release through you the greater intensity of light and the sacred fire required. To remove from the things of the physical world the qualities which prevent them being self-luminous, because when these greater powers are drawn forth from your own life streams, they are released from your higher mental bodies and that power is used through yourselves. The acceptance and the feeling of calling forth the great cosmic sun, or sphere of white fire and blue lightning of divine love from the great central sun. Around yourselves, form the cosmic protection about you while you are using the mighty powers of your own higher mental body in the physical activity today. These are the things that mankind call miracles, but are nothing on earth but the action of energy, life, and light within substance, with the command to produce certain definite results. This greater protection must be drawn about you before some of these manifestations could be permitted. Now, as the beloved Goddess of Light said to the Minutemen this morning, this does not take the place of your mighty electronic tube of ascended master light substance. You abide within that just the same. Your tube of light and circle of blue flame, the violet flame and everything you have drawn forth, go on in action just the same, for those are your life's activities. As you accept this cosmic sphere of white fire and blue lightning of divine love, those activities take place within this sphere, and you are enfolded in its cosmic action which goes forth to bless all mankind on the planet, and the forces of the elements. As well as the individual thing you are doing or through which you draw this stream of greater power for victory. I think it is necessary for me to clear something which seems to again want to cast a shadow upon mankind's understanding. When the goddess of light finished taking the discarnates out of New York City and the psychic substance from over America, when North America was cleansed of that psychic substance, the I Am student body were told no more discarnates would be allowed to stay in the atmosphere over North America, nor will they. So don't accept that there are any more entities bothering you. No more discarnate entities. There might be plenty of human creation which does not look very pleasant. But don't let anybody under this radiation go on with any more acceptance that the discarnate of anybody is coming along and bothering after that one has gone out of the body, because he or she cannot. The door was closed against that condition in America when that work was finished, notwithstanding anything claimed by the spiritualists. That condition became so frightful, and there has been so much viciousness perpetrated upon mankind through those activities, that the cosmic law in its great mercy to the earth, at the intercession of your beloved Saint Germain, Kuthumi, and many of the other ascended ones who made the call that the door be closed, and since I am victory, I should know. Now don't let anybody tell you that this, that, or the other person is still hanging around. You might see your own thought forms or some hate creation, but the discarnates themselves, as soon as they are taken out of the body, are taken out and are compelled to stay out of the atmosphere of the Americas. A great many of you in your outline classes have gone on with the entity decree for the rest of the world, and that is well. Please keep that up until the cosmic law sees fit to close the door, because with your calls, it can and will be done to prevent any more discarnates staying anywhere in the earth. When people leave the body, they are compelled to go into the upper atmosphere, and they are being handled by the ascended masters who govern the activities of those life streams. But make your calls to leave no more of that thing in the atmosphere of earth to cause distress to mankind. Now if there are things talking to you, shut them off. That is nothing on earth but suggestion. It makes no difference what they say, tell them to shut up. I am going to take something up and be very severe. You might think I am terrifically dynamic, and so I am, but there are certain forces and hate creations around individuals which, mark you, are part of their own life. It is consciousness, but those creations are so vicious in their nature that you can say, go away, until the end of time, and they stay right there and pay no attention to you because they are so terrifically stubborn. They are charged with stubborn feeling, but you can suddenly say, shut up, and get out of here, and what is that? It is like a flash of blue lightning right into those creations, with enough force to shatter their hold upon you, or upon the condition of other individuals you wish to help. That is why this messenger, as well as the beloved Godfre, have been so frightfully criticized for some of the language they use, but I tell you, none of you would have survived if they had not. Thank you so much. I charge that with your victory and their victory and the victory of all life everywhere, into the light forever. Thank you so much. Won't you be seated? Now there are some times, a great many times in fact, when through a sudden sharply spoken word, not with irritation, but with terrific force which is in agreement with the law of the light, you can make vicious human creation let go at once. When you come up against a vicious condition or a creation around someone, a sudden spoken command like the one I just spoke of, shut up, or get out of here, acts like you had thrown a stick of dynamite into the center of the thing and shattered it. Then it is easy enough to command it into the violet consuming flame, but sometimes it takes a terrific shock to loosen the hold of those creations upon the emotional body of an individual, especially where they have held it for years. That is where many times this messenger as well as the beloved Godfre have released terrific power into those conditions. Jesus himself did it when he spoke to those frightful conditions in the individuals who were insane, when he said, "Come out of them." He spoke with authority. And he spoke in no gentle voice, I will guarantee you that, because those creations know when you are their master, and no master in a condition of that kind ever is anything less than dynamically positive. That is why if there are voices talking to you, and suggesting this or that, and you see unpleasant things, say, shut up. Get out of here. I am the purity of the heart of God. I know you not. Then say to the presence, raise your sword of blue flame and strike the blue lightning into that and annihilate it from the universe. Do not let it touch any other part of life. Oh, my dear ones, you can be free as sure as you draw your next breath, when you are determined to clear all human qualities away from yourselves. It does not make any difference who a human creation belongs to, where it came from, or anything of the kind. If it is not self-luminous perfection, you don't want it. Then why leave it here to annoy some other part of life? All life is one, all substance is one, all energy is one, all consciousness is one. Therefore, whatever you do to annihilate human qualities and conditions in your own beings and worlds, immediately ask that they be annihilated from the universe and never touch any other part of life again. Then you move forward the authority of that cosmic love which is so great, it loves the whole and is ready to assist the whole and stand by to assist until the completion of the victory. You must live for the whole and love the light more than anything else. If you love the light most, you will always call it into action whenever you see the shadows. But if you let your attention go to the shadows, for that moment, you are loving the shadows, because you are drawing them back into yourself by your attention, and your attention is an activity of life. Did you know your attention is the magnetic attraction of the energy of your life stream, and if you let it rest on something that is destructive, then you have reached out, as it were, the hand of your life and drawn back to yourself that which the attention contacts. I could talk to you from now until next Sunday when I come again, on the attention, and show you what has been done through it, but what I am trying to get you to do now is to arouse the determination in you, so you qualify everything you contact, whether it be your feet, hands, or eyes. Your attention, thought, or feeling, qualify everything with the purity, the luminosity, the victory, my cosmic flame of victory, of perfection and miracles without limit, and move forward with that master authority which makes the shadows flee before your approach. One day you must come to the point where the light about you is so great and so dazzling in its intensity, that the minute anything of human creation looks into that light, it is gone instantly. Then will the human let you alone, because all human creation knows the moment the light appears, it is its annihilation, and there won't be any battle between the light and the darkness. The light moves in, and the darkness is annihilated. There is no battle, because one alone is authority and that is the light. I want you to feel my determination today, which is part of my life's flame of victory. I think you could stand some of my life's flame in the atmosphere over this city today. You can command it to become self-luminous. You can make your calls that all substance over this city be so charged with the blue lightning from the great central sun, that not one human thing remains. And beloved Alios will assist you as well. He has answered your calls many times recently. I have watched him. I have watched your calls go forth and the answer come through. Oh, my dear ones, just acknowledge the power of LIGHT, THE power of victory, and if need be, charge yourselves with the Ascended Master's cosmic flame of cosmic determination to accept nothing but the light, and the Ascended Master's eternal divine memory, which gives you the reminder to often charge the great blazing light into everything. You are victorious, my beloved ones. Don't you accept for 1 second anything but the victory of the light for which you call. The power of light for which you call. The protection of light, the opulence of light. Light stands ready to flood you every moment with all that is within its heart. The Ascended Masters, the great cosmic beings, the great angelic host, the great beings from the central sun, the great central sun itself, every being of the fire element and the great cosmic light, your own mighty I Am presence, and higher mental bodies and those of all mankind, are always ready at any moment to help you flash the light, to expand its perfection and its miracles, to blaze through you their victory, to give you all of their qualities, to release through you their mastery, and make you the fullness of the perfection which is the divine plan's fulfillment. With all of this assistance to give you everything that life holds with which to make you happy and give you your victory, I say no more acceptance to the shadows. With all that is in creation, light is ready to answer you on the moment. My dear ones, let no more of your attention rest on the shadows. Command the light to take the place of every shadow, and the cosmic light as of thousands of suns to enter into the structure of the earth, and make all things self-luminous with the fulfillment of the divine plan, and war or no war, you will find cosmic beings coming to your assistance who will help you to win this victory of light, and hold freedom for the earth as Saint Germain commands. Teach the children to acknowledge only the victory of light in everything they contact, and on their pathway they will know no struggle and no problems. If a child's habits are set from babyhood until the time the child is 10 or 12 or even 7 or 8 years of age, in acknowledging the release of everything by the power and victory of light, commanding all things to become self-luminous with miracles of perfection, by the time the child is 14 years of age, or a little older when the higher mental body at about 18 begins to enter in, he or she will be able to win victories everywhere. Then whatever creations are in that life stream, as they come forward for redemption, won't stand much chance of interfering with that life stream's perfection, because those habits established in childhood will take up every one of those things as they come forth, and annihilate them and go forward into eternal victory. That is why this activity came forth for Saint Germain's I Am miracle temples and I Am schools, because they are so much needed to free mankind from the human accumulation, and that from which they cannot free themselves until they know this law of the I Am. Those of you who were here last night were surely aware of the power in the I Am music which our beloved Frederick played. In 3/4 of an hour of that sound going forth into the room, your emotional bodies were quiet, you were at ease, there was an inner stillness, and an atttunement took place within the light of your life streams, which does not come except throughghthis I Am music. When you realize what can be done to still the DISCORSE rates of vibration through the use of the I Am miracle music of the spheres, my dear ones, you will never know until your ascension what a great opportunity lies before you this hour to bless all through the power of this I Am music, with the cosmic flame of cosmic victory in its illumining presence. As it sweeps over a city or nation, that flame burns away human selfishness and discord, and awakens mankind to their own I Am presence. It makes it impossible to control anybody by hypnotic suggestion. It is my power of victory that must be called forth to annihilate hypnotic control and suggestion, and to let that cosmic flame which I Am take the place of all human suggestions of the shadows which have been imposed upon the life streams of mankind upon this earth. So shall it be, and we shall move forward into greater and greater victory each hour. As you approach the 7 sacred weeks, the mighty cosmic action of love and light will be released by beloved Jesus, beloved Mary, and the mighty Elohim of peace. You will find that cosmic pressure called forth in addition to my victory, my flame of victory, which I have offered. In the acceptance of this assistance from the great central sun, you will find the pressure of light increasing hourly for all who will accept it and call it forth. One day, you must stand within it and know that your mighty I Am presence, your acknowledgement of the cosmic light and the sacred fire are enough for you. Then through you will blaze the feeling of your mastery over outer conditions. Until that hour comes, we stand guard and render every assistance through radiation and otherwise, as well as instruction, to bring you to the point where you feel the power of your own light, and you watch it go forth and perform according to your command. The day that you see it and feel it at the same time, and know that this sphere of white fire and blue lightning of divine love stands around you, then will you know what the authority of your life stream means, and what is ahead of you in the victory of your own mastery. Thank you for your efforts during this past week in acknowledging your victory. Go on, and I say try to acknowledge it more often. Everything you touch, command it to become my cosmic flame of cosmic victory to make itself luminous, and command it to bless everything in creation with my victory also. And we shall move forward. The shadows shall flee at your approach, and the light claim all into its heart, the heart of my victory forever, for I am Saint Germain's victory, and his freedom to the earth forever. Thank you so much. December 3rd, 1944. Chicago, Illinois. My beloved family of victory, from cosmic heights tonight there flows to you more and more of the cosmic flame of my love, my forgiveness, and my victory, victory that shall enter into you, into every atom of your beings and worlds, and become the structure of your bodies. become the outpouring of your minds and your feelings, become the manifestations of the victory for which you call. From great cosmic heights does there flow this cosmic flame of cosmic victory, infinite and overwhelming to all upon earth which is not of the light, victory of which mankind have not as yet ever dreamed, victory of such cosmic power, such terrific force, such almighty action as shall still the activity of every vibratory rate on this planet which is not of the light. I wish you to feel deeply the mighty cosmic flame from the great heights of victory to which I call, and from which flows forth constantly to the people of earth, all that is required to compel victory on every hand if individuals will be the open door and let that. 416. Cosmic flame flow with full conscious acceptance. Unless you accept the cosmic flame which produces victory, could you have victory in your physical experience? Since I am the director of that cosmic flame to the earth, the 12 who came with me are the cosmic guard of that flame, and my legions direct it everywhere at your call. Surely you have ascended master friends of cosmic victory, who stand ready to make everything you touch become the cosmic flame of victory, if you will so decree it. Nothing is victory except perfection, and there is no imperfection on this planet which can stand before the cosmic flame of victory, which comes from those cosmic realms of the fire element and concentrates that element to